morning. I did not go to the gym this weekend because I have just been wanting to stay at home for once. The only thing I have planned today is I gotta make a pot roast. I absolutely have to put my laundry away and I need some help on this tree. I need to finish putting, actually I gotta go buy some. So we're probably gonna have to go to like Target or something and buy some like black and white, what are they called, ornaments, and then put my star on the top and put laundry away and then do our advent calendar, finish reading some books, probably journal about last night, which was super fun. It was a fun night. I only vlogged a little bit of it, but my shoe, when I got out of the car, I noticed it was like already flapping a little bit, but by the time I got to like the second floor of the casino, it was like flap, 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 flap. And I was like, oh my God, I cannot walk into this party with these shoes. So we were walking into these little shops trying to see if they had like glue or like, I was even willing to pay like an obscene amount of money for new shoes. I had boots in my car, but I didn't want to walk all the way to the parking lot. So I was like, I'll just buy new shoes. But then this like man in that one shop, he's like, I have crazy glue, but like, let's try tape first so you don't have to spend your money on crazy glue. So like, that was my coworker. She was just like wrapping up my shoe and it worked. It ended up working up fine. So yeah, it was like a 3-course dinner. It had a silent auction for a bunch of really cool stuff. And this is just a different group that I'm a part of. That's today. So yeah, let's go and do all the house stuff today. half were just getting stacked up in here. So I wanted more room to spread out, so I built this one. I still have to put, that's my latest haul of the books from Black Friday. Let's see, I'll do like a quick one. So this is a new author to me that I'll be reading next year. I'm going to be starting Throne of Glass next year. This is a Rebecca Yarros contemporary romance book. This is an author that won an award this year. She's very acclaimed. I'm not quite sure what award it was, but anyway, The Vegetarian, and it's on the New York Times bestseller list of the 21st century. Oh, I didn't even know that. Okay, Booker International Prize. That's the award it won. And then On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous. What book did I read? I read a different book by this author at the beginning of the year. That was my first book. Oh, it's right here. This was the first book I read. This was the first book I read in 2024, Night Sky with Exit Wounds. It's actually just a poetry book, which was beautifully written. So this one is his full-length novel. So I'm going to read that next year. Real by Kennedy Ryan. Excited to fully finish one of her books. This is a cult favorite, Donna Tartt, The Secret History. Has anyone read this? I know it's like super small fine print in here. Oh, I can't even open it. It's super floppy though. Oh, it's not too bad. But anyway, I know it's like a cult favorite. So I'm excited for that one. And then this is book 3 in the Neapolitan Quartet by Elena Ferrante. And I read book 1 this year and absolutely loved it. So we'll be continuing book 2, which I already have. Book 2, that's book 1, but I have book 2 here. And then that's book 3. And then I think I have book 4 on my Kindle, but I'll have to purchase a physical copy as well. And then Kristen Hanna, The Women. I don't know why I got rid of all my Kristen Hanna books this year, earlier this year, but I love her writing, and I am just very anxious and very much in the mood to get into one of her books again. So I will be reading another Kristen Hanna book in 2025. So I guess we can stack them up here. One sec, let me do that real quick. Okay, so I'm just gonna line them up here. And funny thing is, this is not my fantasy shelf. My fantasy shelf is in my office that I've showed you guys, but since this is a paperback and I'm most likely gonna read the paperbacks, I'm gonna have a stack of the paperbacks. So this is gonna be the only fantasy series that I probably put on this shelf. But yeah, but I have room to grow. I have that shelf, I have that shelf. I bought the extension shelves. I have 2 extension shelves. I'll probably end up moving this one downstairs, I think, at some point, and then buy this size Billy bookshelf, because when I bought this one, I didn't realize it was a smaller one versus this is the bigger one or the wider one. And I would prefer to have this one. But anyway, I bought this one off a marketplace. I'm not complaining because it was like 40 bucks. So, and it was already built for me. But yeah, and then I have room over there too for other books. But sometimes I film videos here, like for TikTok, which who knows if we're gonna have TikTok next year. But anyway, I like to just put my books that I've read for the month there so they're easy to access. Yeah, and then I will not show you the rest of my room because it's so embarrassing how my haul from Target is so boring, but I only got like literally toilet paper, creamer, and then these little up and up, whatever they're called. I forgot I didn't have any. Toothpaste, and then I found this little stamp set for like $5, and it came with some ink. I've never seen stamps at Target, so we're gonna try these. Oh, this lighting is not terrible over here in my living room, but I've just finished my pot roast. It was delicious. It's the first time I've ever tried making it. I think I could have cooked the meat a little less so that when it sits in the crock pot, you know, since it's still cooking for a few more minutes, it doesn't feel like, what's the word? Like rubbery a little bit too much. You know, when it teeters from like really good and tender to like rubbery, you have to be careful within the cooking range. But this is my first time cooking it. I only did it for 6.5 hours on high, but everything else was like recommended. I did it for like 8 hours, so I'm glad I didn't go that route. And then yeah, so I finished that. I'm gonna finish my book. I'm like on 84% of Metal Slinger. Yeah, I'm towards the end where they're kind of settled into their new habitat, because in the very beginning of the book, it's she's a princess. Her name is Bryn at the beginning of the book, and then we quickly find out she's actually not Bryn. She's actually someone else that was stolen from her family, and she's kind of royalty. So yeah, so they're going on a quest, and now they're in their new land, and they're kind of getting like settled into like their new roles. But now he's gonna start like teaching her some stuff, which the main MMC is, his name is Acker. I don't really love that name, which is kind of funny. It just doesn't roll off the tongue very like, it doesn't roll off the tongue very like easily, like Acker. I liked Bryn, but her name here is actually Jovinia of Maylee. That's like her actual name. So yeah, I am getting towards the end here, but I feel like something's happening because it's a little too, what's the word? It's a little too like calm, you know? So, which fantasy books we all know, it's like cool, calm, and collected till like the very last 10-20%, and then like all shit breaks loose. All hell breaks loose. So I'm gonna finish reading, and then I tried to check the mail today, but there was no, I guess I didn't get anything today. And I'm still waiting for a couple packages from like Black Friday and a book outlet haul for some books. What else? I didn't get to finish decorating the whole tree. I did all my ornaments, and I did some of the ribbon. So yeah, it looks cute, with my little woodland theme that I have going on. It's like black, white, and green, dark green this year. And then I have my other little tree that my daughter usually does. I put that one pink. I set that up. Yeah, I'm gonna try to finish this reading this last 15%, and then before the end of the night, I'll show you guys my journaling pages for yesterday, and then I might get to today. I haven't journaled for today yet, or did I? I can't remember. I think I only did the 6. I don't know. Anyway, I'm trying to catch up like every single day so that I could show you guys at least till the end of the night what I'm journaling and doing in my December daily pages of my traveler's notebook insert. I really want to finish that insert. So I will show you guys that in a little bit. So we're gonna go read now. I meant to mention one thing about this book. It's because the two magic systems, or the magic system that is in this book, happens on land. And the people, basically, there's a group of people that have been outcast to the ocean. So they live on boats. And their boats are like clusters of boats, and they kind of just do everything in the middle of the ocean, which is nuts. It's wild. And then their powers, like, are triggered when they go on land. Well, not all of them, but certain characters are triggered when they go on land. So it's giving me like Six of Crows. You know how Six of Crows was on the wharfs and like borderline on oceans and on boats, and not pirates, but they were, you know, their magic system had to do with, sometimes some of them were on water. Um, versus land. So yeah, it's like that's the feel I'm getting, is like very much like Six of Crows and like Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't know. That's the vibe I'm getting from this book. So, and then the one of the first powers that Jovi gets is the blade, so the metal slinger. She can call it. So she throws it into the ocean, and then because she stole it, like the very first scene when they get on land, she basically stole it, and then she doesn't want anyone to know that she stole it. So when she goes back to the boat land they call Alaha, she throws it into the ocean, and then little did we know, a little bit later, she can actually call um, that what's it called, the blade, like to her. Like she can literally call it to her and it'll return like from the middle of the ocean, which is crazy. So that's a little bit about Metal Slinger.